Okay, this is lesson 9.1. Introduction. The male sex cell is called a spermatozoon, or sperm cell. The sperm cell carries its nuclear hereditary material, also known as chromosomes, in the head region, and it has a tail that is a flagellum, which makes the sperm cell mobile. So it flagellates back and forth to move the cell. Only one spermatozoon out of 300 million sperm cells is released. Out of the 300 million that are released during ejaculation can actually fertilize a single female ovum. So that's actually not very good odds, right? Only 1 out of 300 million. If more than one egg is present in the fallopian tubes during ejaculation, then multiple fertilizations are possible, right? That's how we end up with multiple fetuses. So twins resulting from the fertilization of two separate eggs by separate sperm cells are called fraternal twins. And then twins that result from the fertilization of one single egg by a single sperm are called identical twins. The organs of the male reproductive system are designed to produce and release billions of sperm cells throughout the man's life. The hormone called testosterone is responsible for the bodily characteristics of the male, such as a beard, pubic hair, and a deeper voice. The anatomy of the male reproductive system we will look at is the testes, scrotum, perineum, seminiferous tubules, epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicles, ejaculatory duct, and urethra. Okay, so ureter, urinary bladder, pubic bone, prostate gland, down here to the urethra. Oh, sorry, the Cowper glands are down there as well. Whoop. Okay, then we have the vas deferens right here, which connect the, these are the testes with the seminiferous tubules inside, the epididymis on the outside, and then the vas deferens connects those to the ejaculatory duct, which then connects down to the urethra. Yep, seminal vesicles there as well. Internal structure of the testes and the epididymis. The testes contain seminiferous tubules out to the epididymis through the vas deferens. There's also testicular veins and a testicular artery there, and then they all get wrapped up nice and neat inside the spermatic cord. Now, when vasectomies are performed, this is what is severed, the vas deferens right here. So then the sperm is no longer able to leave the epididymis. So the route or passage of sperm from the seminiferous tubules to the outside of the body. They're formed inside the tubules, which are inside the testes. They go out to the epididymis, in through the vas deferens, which is the seminal vesicles, to the ejaculatory duct. Then meeting there in the urethra, near the prostate gland and the Cowper glands, and then that passes through the penis where they leave the body. Okay, so our vocabulary terms are the bulbal urethral glands. This is the pair of exocrine glands near the male urethra, also known as Cowper glands. Ejaculation is the ejection of sperm and the additional fluid from the male urethra. The ejaculatory duct is the tube through which the semen enters the male urethra. Epididymis, or plural is epididymides. The singular epididymis is one of a pair of long, tightly coiled tubules above each testes that stores and carries sperm to the vas deferens. Erectile dysfunction is the inability of an adult male to achieve an erection. It's also called impotence. Flagellum is the single hair-like projection on a sperm cell that makes it motile or makes it move. Fraternal twins are two infants resulting from fertilization of two separate ova by two separate sperm cells. The glans penis is the sensitive tip, comparable to the clitoris in the female. Identical twins are two infants resulting from the division of one fertilized egg into two distinct embryos. Sometimes there are conjoined twins, also known as Siamese, that are not completely separated, identical twins. Interstitial cells of the testes, these are the specialized cells adjacent to the seminiferous tubules in the testes. They produce testosterone. They're also called the Leydig cells. Parenchymal tissue is the essential distinctive cells of an organ. The penis is the male external organ of reproduction. Perineum is the external region between the anus and the scrotum in the male. Remember, females also have a perineum in between the vaginal opening and the anus. The prepuce is the foreskin or the fold of skin that covers the tip of the penis. Prostate gland, that's the exocrine gland at the base of the bladder in males. It secretes fluid that's part of semen into the urethra during ejaculation. Scrotum is the external sac that contains the testes. Semen contains spermatozoa and seminal fluid that's discharged from the urethra during ejaculation. These seminal vesicles are some exocrine glands. There's a pair, they're sac-like. They secrete fluid into the vas deferens. The seminiferous tubules are narrow coiled tubules that produce sperm in the testes. Spermatozoon, which is a single sperm cell, and then plural would be spermatozoa. Sterilization is the procedure that removes a person's ability to either produce or release reproductive cells through either the removal of testicles, a vasectomy, or for women it would be an oophorectomy. Stromal tissue, this is the supportive connective tissue or an organ, also known as the stroma. Testis is the singular, plural is testes. Those are the male gonads, which are testicles that produce spermatozoa and testosterone. Testosterone is the hormone secreted by interstitial tissue of the testes. It's responsible for the male sex characteristics. Vas deferens are the narrow tube carrying sperm from the epididymis toward the urethra. It's also called the ductus deferens. Okay, so which term refers to the skin covering the tip of the penis? Who remembers that one? It is C, the prepuce. Okay, so here's our combining forms. Andro, balano, cryo, crypto, epididymo, gono, hydro, orco, orchio, or orchido. Pino, prostato, semini, spermo, terrato, testo, varici or verso, vaso or vaso, zoo. Suffixes are genesis, one, pexi, stomi. Oh, and that's it. That's the end of 9.1.